Well, okay, so let's say during that time, I approached you and said, listen, I want to do tax fraud. What would you tell me to do, and how would we work together for that?
It wasn't no working together. I say during that time, what would I have told you? Is you the police?
No.
No, this is what I would have told them. Because nobody is approaching people saying, teach me how to do tax fraud. So if you approach me and say something about tax fraud, I'm gonna be like, are you the police?
Okay, so let's just phrase it another way. You have a friend, we have a mutual friend, they introduce us. Look, this is Vlad. He's cool. I've known him my whole life. He's not a cop. Teach him how to do tax fraud.
It wasn't like that. Like I wouldn't, you'll be teaching me. You'll be sitting there with me. Like how I was scary. Like my whole indictment, like I never even had an indictment. I don't know if you read it. I never was the one that was getting indicted because I wasn't reckless. Like I'm not going to sit. The game is to be sold, not told. I'm not going to sit there and teach you how to do no tax fraud. Like it's not. It wasn't that easy. I'll probably say, okay, do you got some information for me? How about I filed these returns for you. You give me a bank account or address, and I send you this, and I get this. Like I'm not giving up my game. So that's probably what happened. And you still would have been happy. You still would have been good because the amount of money that was coming in at the time, you never had to work for again in your life,
Well, by 2012, you're around 27 years old at the time. You were making like 100,000 a week from tax fraud.
if not more.
Okay. And then you linked up with a guy named Maurice Larry, aka Thirst.
Yes.
What happens next?
I link up with Maurice, and basically we became a couple. He had his way of doing things. I had my way of doing things, and we basically just did our thing together.
Well, right. He was a former drug dealer who got busted. And once he got out, he started working on scamming. And that's how you guys got together, essentially?
So basically, back in 2011, I think so, him and his friends had a situation going on where the police went up into a hotel room and arrested some guy for his warrant. When they went inside the hotel room, it was an illegal search warrant. So they hit him with the RICO, organized fraud, everything, because they thought it was drugs, drug transactions going on. But no, it was actually guys in there using the free Wi-Fi doing tax fraud. So when they went up in
Wait, hold on. They were doing tax fraud in
yes,
a hotel room because it was free Wi-Fi.
hell yeah, you want the Wi-Fi traced back to your house?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You
All
know
right,
what I'm
I
saying?
see where this is
And
going.
then we
Got it.
got
Okay.
like they probably I don't know what they had, but I'm sure it was probably like 10 laptops going at one time using the who
Okay.
you know. So
Oh,
they basically went up in a hotel room. It was an illegal search warrant. The case got dismissed. The case got dismissed, and here go me. Now I'm with Maurice, and the feds done picked up the case, and they're watching him. They watching him. I'm riding around in a 550 Benz. I got an X5. I got a Lexus truck. I got all these foreign cars, and I'm with this guy that's doing taxes. So they don't know about the First Lady Entertainment. Just a red flag go off. And at this time, you got to think about it. Tampa, 2012, tax fraud pandemic. You got 16-year-olds riding around in 645 drop top BMWs. They're getting $9,000 back off each name. And that's just what happened. Me and Maurice, we did our thing together, apart, and we became co-defendants.
well, one of the schemes you guys did was you would go on ancestry.com and you would get the names of people that died within a month and you
Right.
would file tax returns on their names.
Right.
Because I guess what, they didn't register that they had died yet with the
Yes.
government. And
How smart is
okay,
that?
that's interesting.
It's really
It's
smart.
interesting.
You don't got to pay
Yeah.
nobody, none of the money. You just pick up the computer, type the information in, and put it in, and the money is coming back. So why is we the ones that, okay, never mind. That would be a stupid question, but I'm just saying it was so many ways that they could have just said, let me put a stop to this right now. It's like, dead people, y'all are in the IRS office, like y'all allowing the deceased people tax returns to come back and be direct deposited into a bank account. And you got these people that never had shit in their life that's doing it. Like of course we gonna do it. I mean,
How many cars did you have at your height when you were making the most amount of money?
how many? Okay, so I got indicted in 2012. I had a 2013 Audi A8. I had a 2000 and I think it was a 2009 S550. I had a BMW X5. I had a Lexus truck. I had a Chevy Impala, and that was it. That was 5.
5 cars. 5 cars. And I guess you had bought a house and everything too?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, people say when you started making illegal money, don't be flashy, don't get on the feds radar. And look, this is coming from
I
someone
know where it is
who hung
going.
out. I hung out with BMF during their heyday. I got to see BMF billboards and go like, what the hell are y'all doing right now?
Right.
I got to see the absolute worst of this type of flashiness. And I'm looking around going like, okay, everyone's going to go to jail over this. Like this is so insane. And that's ultimately what happened. Are you worried at this point that you are so flashy that the feds are going to come, knocking any minute?
No. Why would I be worried if you feel like when you're doing things like you're untouchable, you feel like the feds not watching you? Why would they be watching you? They need to be watching that person. They doing something bigger than what you're doing. I didn't feel like the feds was watching me because I thought I had my organization under wraps. I had my First Lady Entertainment and I was doing legal things. But unfortunately, of course, I was doing illegal things. But I felt like, okay, with the First Lady Entertainment, I'm dating these ball players. I can make $100,000 in one night off a show. So I'm not thinking that they're looking at the tax fraud lifestyle or what I'm doing illegal because I feel like I'm just doing everything right. You know what I mean? But there was a time in 2012, I was at the Floyd Mayweather fight, and there was this Chinese guy. I had seen him already. Not to mention, with my legal side, I also was getting paid to just grab money and get paid to host nights at clubs. Like I can get paid, they'll be like, First Lady, I need you here at this club on this night. I'm gonna pay you this. All I need you to do is hold up the money and be like, y'all niggas come get these ones. You know what I mean? Like I was getting paid like 3,000 just to host, just to pick up the mic and talk shit. And I felt like everything that I was doing was right. But there was this Chinese man that I kept seeing everywhere. But I'll tell Thirst, I'm like, I just seen that man in the club. He was like, man, you tripping. Because the fans ain't watching me in my mind. But I know this man keep following me. And then I seen him in Vegas. We walking out of Sunglass Hut. I'm happy. I just got me he just bought me some $900 Cartier shades. I'm like, that's the same Chinese man that was in Tampa at the club. He like, babe, you tripping. It ain't nobody following us. Cause they ain't following me. They gonna follow his ass because he the one got the case. This is what I'm thinking in my head. And I be damned. That was the same Chinese man that was at my house that day to indict me. So he was the feds the whole entire time. But I felt it, but I was in denial because I felt like I wasn't doing anything wrong. But after you go land on that bunk, that cold bunk in prison, you just sit back and you think like, I remember this and I remember that. And yeah,